Well, hello, and welcome back. Uh, Played for a while, grew some nice veggies, and then they sat here too long and they died. And I'm down to my last potato plant, which must survive. And it will. This is a nice setup. The light is well controlled by the thing. I'm all set for another grow light should I ever be able to make one. Um, yeah, I did make some, and we'll make some more. Got this a little bit cleaned up from last time you saw it. And I've been working on kind of making more advanced alloy than steel. I got that adjusted properly so it doesn't waste any more time than is required. And so I built out this dude's simple plan. He's like, this is a simple way to set this up. You generate gas, you can regulate it, and then put it in here from instead of feeding the ice directly, you can grind it up. It all sounds so wonderful, except the part where you can't regulate based on volume anymore, only pressure. So that means you just don't know. You don't know what you've got. So what we want to do is not that exactly. We want to get some good pink and blue ratios. Now what just happened? Oh, he's out of control again. Backpack. I want to take my jetpack backpack back. I don't want this in here. I want a belt. I want, let's go 4 and 8. 4, oops, come on. 4 of those and 8 of those. And so the idea is you can just crush it. You can just crush this ice. And then based on what you want, you put a storage tank here. And we'll crush all the pink into the pink bottle. And do that directly. So we're gonna crush pink ice into the pink bottle until it's totally processed, until this goes back network analyzer, until that goes back to 0, because the storage tank is going to be full. And then we'll do the same with blue, and then we can mix some fuel gas. It's going to be awesome. So I won't say it's been smooth getting here. I've had a few setbacks, like my plants dying, and I came back in to swap out this card in this thing. I don't want the network analyzer. I want the atmospheric analyzer. So yes, some setbacks. The worst one, perhaps, I'll show you. I mean, the dumbest one, maybe. The one I feel the worst about, I'll say it that way. So I put these solar panels in glass boxes, in a glass box. So therefore, when the storm comes, it can't damage them. But what I didn't do is I built out enough framework here so I could walk on it and place things on it, but I didn't make these boxes airtight. So the storm came in through the floor and wrecked a whole bunch of solar panels that I had to rebuild. So that sucks. My battery was full. My station battery, my system battery, and now it's obviously not full, but it'll recover, so that's fine. And meanwhile, this plan doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Still got a tiny little bit of volatile in the crusher. It's pushing that out. This pipe is empty except for the wisp of gas that it's pushing through. And now we have 152 moles or molecule bundles at 5.7 pressure. So 8 ice, 5.7. If it gets to 10, it blows up. We don't want that to ever happen, obviously. So as soon as this is fully emptied, I don't want to mix the gases right now. Then we can do the next thing. And meanwhile, I had to wait till it was night to split out the ice. I was reading about it. Somebody reminded me that there's a way to hold your cursor in just the right place with your hands full so that when you hit split, it's like, well, I'm going to throw it on the floor. Nope, I'm going to throw it right in the furnace, which is completely workable. But not so interesting. Okay, so there's all the gas produced by the pink ice, pushed through and into this canister. Great. So now let's take the pink canister out, stop that one, start that one, and that one. So this is a regulator. You can say exactly how much pressure you want to put into the tank. But again, pressure only tells you so much. What we need is molecules, and molecules are different depending on the pressure, how much you'd get through there. So I'm not sure just what we're going to do about it. I thought it would be a kind of an interesting place to come in on catching back up with y'all. Okay, so there's that. Nice, nice. Don't need to vent anything out anymore because it's empty. And we're done with the pink for a minute. Let's do the blue. So you might ask yourself, well, what's the point of this if you're going to measure out the ice before you put it in? And my answer is, I don't know. I don't know what the point of it is. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense at all. And really, this is all about, because we're using the basic furnace. The basic furnace, all you can do is ignite the stuff that's in the hopper and put some ores in, and then you have to have a plan like a venting system or a pump to take the stuff in. It's all ancillary, and what we're going to use at some point, hopefully soon. Okay, so we want this off and this on. We're pumping blue oxygenated. Blue ice is nitrogen and oxygen. And the pink ice, just for the record, is volatile. So we have 152 moles of volatile at 14.9 degrees. What temperature? What temperature is this? 15.2. So it's roughly the same. And I suppose if we let these uninsulated canisters sit around long enough, it would become exactly the same. I don't think it needs to be exact. 2 to 1-ish should be enough to get the fire burning. All right, so what do we want to do? What do we really want to do? What we really want to do, I think, if I read it right, is what? Wrong thing. I think if I read it right, what we want to do is build an electronics package, electronic parts. Should, in theory, nope, I'm back to Google for how do you make an advanced furnace. Probably have to watch somebody's stupid Let's Play for half an hour. Oh, did I say something bad about Let's Play? No, they're fun. They're really cool. Thanks for watching. It's just not my thing. All right, so we're going to get some gas here, and eventually we're going to get an electronic furnace that has the pumps and stuff built in, and it'll be more fun. But right now, we're going to see about... oh, yeah, that grow light. Not because we need it, but because we want it. Grow. Come on. It's the electronics. GRO. Grow light. Requires electrum. And to make electrum, we need gold and silver at a fairly precise level, 600 to 600K to 100 kK. And the pressure needs to be just so. And if you get the temperature and the pressure right, when you drop in the ore, it'll make the stuff. So that's kind of our goal right now. See if we can get that done. And it starts with canisters of gas. This is all over. Good, good. Yes. So what we want to do, I think, we're going to use... No, I made spray paint. Keep everything carefully labeled. What we're going to do is make a canister of fuel. And it's going to be perfect, so don't even worry about it. Okay, this is off. That's going nowhere. Okay, so looking at our web page, for electrum, he suggests 2.8, 1.3. It's the same. 2.8 moles of volatiles and 1.4 moles of oxide would get us where we want to go. So let's take this out of here and just see if we set this pressure lower, like 500. Let's just see what 500 does for us.
Hydration critical.
$500 is going to come in at 1.4, maybe. A little bit low. So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you used to be able to specify how many moles you wanted. So now it's a little high, isn't it? 14.1 point, no, 14. What? That's 10 times higher. That's 10 times higher than we're aiming for. So it could be that this plan's just not going to work at all. I mean, it'll work if I stay at it. Still got a few of these nice cereal packs that don't expire the way the live food does. Oops. Down to 3 and 1 potato. Life is grand. All right, let's keep going with this. What we want in our canister is 1.43 moles of oxide, not 14. And this is all just, like I heard a rumor kinds of shit. Uh-oh. See how that, there. Sometimes the thing doesn't. 14 moles. So whatever we were set to here is way too high. This needs to be like, let's try 100. Fuck it. Because with too much gas, the pressure is going to be too high. This is for the worms. 2.4. So if this was 2.4, 1.2, instead of 100, I'm going to go to 60. What does it say? Press C for smaller. Hold C for smaller increments. Not that small. 60. Empty it. Close enough. If I undershot, then I could bump it up. It's probably a smarter way to be doing this. .43, and he recommends for electrum butamus 1.43. Stop. That much blue. Don't know why you're in my way right now. And then twice as much. So wouldn't it follow that that'd be 120? Of the pink. Where did that oxygen? Oh, there's just trace amounts from the pipes, I guess, that I didn't empty. It'll be okay. I'm not worried. 2.79. Perfect. Done with you. Let's turn you off and get you out of here. Okay, so now, unless I seriously misunderstand this, and that's certainly possible, this is all emptied out and not relevant. This pipe has trace amounts of stuff, which should be emptying. Why isn't it emptying? There. And this side, empty. Good. so I was saying, unless I completely misunderstand how this works, which is certainly possible, if I take my cylinder with the tiny amount of gas and say, let's empty it all. Boy, we're not getting ahead very much on that battery because we got lights burning and shit. I'm fairly sure if you don't have something setting that gas on fire, it'll just quietly mix into fuel. Fairly sure that's how it works. Ooh, so my CO2 filters these two are trash and that one's not long for this world. I better stop and make some more of those in a minute. Okay, so this one ought to be empty. And it is, because we put everything that was in it in there. And now, moment of truth. If I take the canister with just a tiny bit of accelerant, it's just a gas. Yes, it's a very flammable gas, but there's nothing igniting it. So we're good. There's my phone. Be right back. All right, well, I'm back, and the exciting experience is going to have to wait for the next time because real life matters. I've got just a little bit too much oxygen in there. Oh, and not enough volatile, so whatever. Maybe we'll just make steel. Anyway, I gotta go. Thanks for watching.